Hi, I am Hank Pellissier. I'm very sorry that I'm not actually with you, but just pretend that my lips are moving and I am talking to you. I'm not a Mormon, so why am I MTA Manager of Humanitarian Activities? I'd like to explain that. The answer starts in 2012 when I was Managing Director of a transhumanist think tank, IEET, the Institute for Ethics and Emerging Technology. I was a hostile, militant atheist then, so I attacked religion in several articles I wrote. I turned the website into a flame war. But then two things happened. First, I decided to throw a transhumanist party at my vacation home in the woods. I invited all transhumanists to this party, but I thought only atheist transhumanists would show up, because that's what I was, quite aggressively. But then, only 5 transhumanists showed up, and out of the 5, 4 of them were Mormon transhumanists. There I was, a 3-day weekend. I was surrounded by Mormons and their delicious casseroles. And I decided that I very much liked them all the Mormons and all the casseroles. The second mind-changing incident was this. IEET asked me to direct a cell phone drive. My job was to collect as many cell phones as I could and send them to Madagascar. I was very excited and convinced that I'd be very successful. I told my boss, James Hughes, I will collect 1,000 cell phones. Because transhumanists have old cell phones, I thought. They will all mail them to me enthusiastically. But I didn't get 1,000. I only gathered 90 cell phones, 30 from my Catholic mom, 30 from my junk collecting brother, and 30 from a Mormon transhumanist, Roger Hansen. I realized after that with depressing shock. I got 0 cell phones from atheist transhumanists. Atheist transhumanists fail in charity. This bothered me. Don't transhumanists care about poor people? I grew up Catholic. I wasn't Catholic anymore, but I still regarded charity as the best of all virtues. Charity is goodness. About a year after that, I produced a conference in San Francisco on religion and transhumanism, and I made a presentation where I complained about this lack of charity in transhumanism. I said that to me, charity was more important than being an atheist or being religious or not. I talked about this Philippine tribal group that I'd been taking care of for 9 years, and I wanted transhumanists to help me. Right when I got off the stage, Lincoln Cannon of the MTA came up and gave me $300 to help my Philippine tribe. And I used that money to sponsor 3 children at the tribal school for a year and to buy them school lunches. Lincoln was very generous. After that, Lincoln also donated money to my DIY Soylent drive to the Philippines. What we did was we mailed this powdered replacement food to the Philippines. They put it in bowls like soup and drank it up. After that, Lincoln offered me the opportunity to be the MTA Manager of Humanitarian Activities, and I accepted. And here's a list of what we did. First thing we did was the Genesis Chicken Farm for Koiser Orphanage in Jinja, Uganda. I launched a crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe for this. The plan was to support 28 orphans here. Now the campaign was quite successful. It generated $3,100 in about 3 weeks. And about 40% of this money, 35 to 40% of this money, came from MTA members. MTA was by far the largest group that donated. Here's some pictures of what we were able to do. This is the secretary of Koiser Orphanage with the hen house behind her. Here's the 200 chicks they bought to start the hen house. Here are the orphan boys holding little chicks. And here's the grown-up hens getting ready. Oh, look, there's an egg. What the eggs are going to do is feed the orphans and also provide them with enough finances to support themselves. The next project we did was a carpentry workshop for AIDS orphans. There are 3.5 million orphans in Uganda. It's 9% of the total population. The Mormon Transhumanist Association was tremendously supportive of this project, especially Carl Hale. The Mormon Transhumanists donated 66% of the funds for this project. What we did with the money was we bought the orphans tools. Here's some of the tools. And here's one of the leaders, here's one of the instructors. His name is Archangel, and these are the tools that we bought him. And Archangel put up little signs saying thank you to everybody. And here's his sign thanking Carl Hale, who was by far the most generous person for this campaign. The next campaign we did after this was the Kikoi Clothes for Orphans campaign. This raised $1,800. We hired a tailor to sew dresses, shorts, and shirts, which were purchased by charitable donors in the United States for $10 to $12 each. The clothes were all given to orphans. You're going to see pictures of them. And the Mormon transhumanists donated 20% of the funds for this campaign. Here's our tailor. His name is Mr. Safari. Actually, it is. Now, these are the lovely dresses that our tailor made. And we sold about 90 of these. And this is the shirt for the boys and the short for the boys. We sold about 90 of those also. And like I said, all of these clothes went to orphans. These are the orphans at Koiser Orphanage in Jinja. You can see they're all dressed in their nice new clothes. Another project we did this was initiated by Roger Hansen. He is helping start a computer training school in Masaka, Uganda. So we managed to collect $1,380 in cash and supplies. And the computer training school is going to be in the Mormon church building in Masaka. Another project that we did was also organized by Roger Hansen. It's to build and install swing sets in rural Uganda. MTA donated $886 to do this. Here's the swing set that we actually put up. You can see Roger in the corner over there. This one was put up in a town called Charumba. It's in western Uganda. This is in a primary school. It was just set up, and it was a wonderful project to see the kids playing on it immediately. The project that we're doing right now, we're precisely in the middle of it, is we're putting in a Mormon Transhumanist Association Science and Literacy Center in Charumba, Uganda, the same town where the swing set is. We've collected half the money so far. We've gotten enough money to put up the sign. There's the sign, and here's a bunch of local children standing in front of it. What it is we've rented a building downtown, a room downtown for a year, and inside we're setting up a library and a bunch of science equipment. We've got the shelf in, we've got the table in, we've got some books in. We need to get another $560 so we can buy more books and buy more science equipment. Science equipment is going to be telescope, magnifying glasses, and a lot of science books, a lot of maps. And this is also going to serve as the library and the science room for a local school, which is called Vision Care. Vision Care is a wonderful school. It's acknowledged as the best school in Charumba. Unfortunately, it operates on rented land, so they're not allowed to put up any permanent structure. So we're helping them out by renting a permanent structure in the downtown area that they can use as their library and science meeting room. Thank you all, members of MTA, for your generosity. Our goals in the upcoming year are to continue to support MTA Kiva, the micro-lending organization. We would like to fully fund the MTA Science and Literacy Center. Another $560 is needed. We'd like to contribute some more money to the computer training school for the one in Masaka. And we would like to buy some more tools for the AIDS orphans at the carpentry workshop. Thank you once again, and I'm very sorry that I was not able to actually get there. Thank you.